Hello, and welcome to the Sad Dads Club podcast. Here's everybody's favorite sad dads, Jim and Foo.
Welcome to the Sad Dads Club podcast.
Take two,
motherfucker. I'm the Lord Foo, Lord of Fences, the Fence Lord.
And I'm Jim.
And
welcome along for the ride.
Lucky to you, the first 5 minutes of me talking yet again about fences, you'll get to skip because that wasn't recorded.
We'll skip that.
So we'll skip straight to the part where we'd like to thank you and all the new coming listeners that we've noticed that have started downloading the podcast, reoccurring in net news. We hope you find something entertaining here. And if not, we appreciate you listening anyway.
Yeah, if you're a new listener, I don't know how it works. I assume people go to the beginning and listen to the whole thing, which is crazy to me because our best shows are our more recent shows.
Right.
Just from attrition and learns.
Listen, if you're picking up the first couple episodes, just stick it out to like 30 or so. Trust me. Come on, man. I mean, there's the good ones in there with the fucking kangaroo with the gat. But, yeah, just punch through.
But, yeah, so it's kind of crazy. But also, some of the topics are just old now, right? I mean, if you're listening to that now, that's 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we see our stats increasing. It's really awesome to see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
And honestly, from the perspective of how we're our mindset is we're here shooting the shit anyway.
Yeah.
And we just happen to be recording and putting it on fucking our libs and people are downloading it and listening. So fucking awesome.
2 dudes in a garage and a couple mics is basically what it boils down to.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So hey.
So yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride. We appreciate it.
And if you like fences, boy,
there's a couple shows in there for you.
There are probably more than you'd want, but they're there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You have a reoccurring, I got a question for you. You have a reoccurring thing at your house that breaks all the time? Something that like just irritates you, that it's probably not a huge deal, but it's just really annoying that you have to deal with it constantly?
The printer and its Wi-Fi connectivity.
Okay, but what about a house? What about a broken house thing? Like not, do you have like a tub that doesn't drain or a,
No, I don't think we do.
I have the reoccurring thing that seems to happen at my house all the time is the screen door on the back slider.
Oh, okay.
That is constantly getting knocked off of the track and the shit's getting broke and I'll get it working for a while and it glides real good and then somewhere along the line maybe a dog or one of the kids will knock it off the track and then it's just fucked for a while until, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then god damn, it's just so irritating. So today at lunchtime I took it upon myself to pull the screen out of the door and saw that one of the wheels that I had recently fixed is still again not connected to the door frame, so the adjuster it's not connected to the adjuster essentially. And so I'm like, well, I'm not going to put this back on there. It's just going to break again. It's just going to come off. So it's like I went and had to find new hardware. I think I could only find it at Home Depot. Lowe's didn't have it. Yeah. Find new hardware, get it installed, figure out how to properly get the door adjusted, and man, it works now again.
So was the you said you replaced the wheel prior? Did the mechanism break or did it not get all the way?
No, I didn't replace it prior. The wheel was there, but it has there's a screw adjustment from the front, and it adjusts this pin in and out, and the pin has 2 little nubs on it. And on the wheel side, there's a little clip that fits over that nub.
Okay.
And that's what pushes the wheel back and forth for the adjustment.
Makes sense.
And that clip that fits over the nubs of the adjuster keeps coming off.
Okay.
And finally it got to the point where it's it keeps coming off, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put this one back on there again.
Right.
So let's go get new hardware. We'll just replace that thing.
Right.
So I went from the shitty plastic wheels to, man, I found some metal ones with ball bearings and shit. Oh, my. Oh,
now you're going to have to listen to people fucking slamming it.
It's not that good, but it's far cry from what it was.
Your son's going to try and go in and out that door hammered to shit, and
it's
you're going to hear
happened.
Crang!
It's already happened.
Datas.
So you don't have any of those?
Dad.
You don't have anything that just breaks all the time?
If I were to pick something, we kind of have like our screen door. Although I mean it's old, so it's the like the retractable. So it like recesses into, it's like a
pocket door.
Yeah. The screen itself has kind of chewed itself.
Does it roll up?
Yeah, so it doesn't roll up all the way anymore. Yeah. So now it like shuts 80% of the way. And so if you're a new person here to the house and you haven't, you go to open the door and it like pulls out of your palm because you're like, oh, I'm going to have to escort this all the way to the other side. It'll like... yanks out of your hand, and you're like, oh, and then everyone gets to look at the noob and the slinking door, and then it will, now that it's so old, it like it'll pin itself like in like a diagonal, because it doesn't shut all the way equally. It's like fuck. Yeah. If I silicone grease the rails, it tends to shut further to 100%, but it's not. It's not as...
They're thankless jobs.
Robust as it used to be. Kind of.
Don't you? Yeah. I mean, don't you think? I mean, it's like everyone wants to bitch when the door doesn't work. But when the door is working, it's just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you don't get any kudos for fixing that thing. It just works. And
you
everybody
guys didn't
just
even realize I fixed that last week.
It fucking works now.
Yeah.
Now it works. And then it's like, okay, so it's working and you don't hear anything. But as soon as that motherfucker breaks.
Yeah.
Screen door's broken.
This has been broken for so long. Like, what the... where have you... What?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, now you noticed.
Yeah.
Go get the Lowe's.
Some of the things are things that only I notice, like the switch that controls my garbage disposal.
Yeah.
When you click it to turn it on, it turns on briefly, and the switch stays like it's on, but then it turns off, so the switch is bad, right?
Oh, yeah.
So in order to get the garbage disposal to actually run, you have to like put your finger on it and hold it. And then when you let go, it'll stop. And then you click it on the bottom to actually turn it off, because who knows if it'll just turn on again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I just got to go get a new switch and put it in.
The main sink faucet that we have for the kitchen, the main sink, not the bar sink. Venus got these really nice like matte pewter gooseneck things that have like the pull out like a like almost like a professional dishwasher, but they pull out of the gooseneck itself, and then they're spring loaded so they pull back in.
Right.
The way that we have that sink orientated along with the dishwasher plumbing and the garbage disposal, because of it has like a small garbage disposal sink, like a small like bread box style for small dishes, like small shit in the garbage disposal, but then a huge like bay sink on the other side.
Right.
So it's disproportioned.
Right.
The way that sizing works along with the dishwasher plumbing, the spring when you pull the faucet head out of the gooseneck, it doesn't fully retract all the way back, so you're kind of left with this like, I still need to be fluffered porn dick kind of thing that
just hanging
that
out.
Hangs like an inch or so out of the gooseneck.
Yeah,
and it's like you could.
It looks like an uncircumcised penis. Wait, what?
Wait, no. I went a different way with my porn.
Okay, sorry.
A needed to be fluffered porn star wang. So it just kind of like hangs there with like a
circumcised.
No.
Oh, it is.
It's a I guess it would be an uncut because you Yeah. Hey.
Well, wait a second. So the way those work, you're saying it's spring-loaded, but I think there's a weight on the hose, right?
There is, but the
on
spring
something.
itself starts to run into the length of the retractable portion of the faucet head.
Yeah.
Starts to run into
other bits,
the draining bits of the faucet, and that the small sink disposal side is also butting up against all of the hanging particulars of the faucet itself and the hose once you try to push it back up into the gooseneck.
Yeah.
All of it starts to run into each other, which ultimately results in
no retraction.
I can't retract anymore. And if you try and push it all the way, force it up into the gooseneck, it kind of pops back out like, no,
That's disappointing.
I'm ready for my scene. Why won't you let me perform? It's like, fucking, I don't want you hanging all the time.
More fluffing.
Yeah.
More.
Fluff the faucet.
Get the fluffer back in here.
Fuck.
I don't know if I told you, but recently I replaced my, was it right before Christmas? We replaced the kitchen sink faucet.
Okay.
Did I tell you that?
I don't know.
It's an automatic one. It's got a sensor. I love it.
Oh. Like on?
You just wave your hand in front of it and it turns on.
Oh, like
wave
a fucking Hyatt bathroom type of thing?
Dude, it's fucking killer.
What temperature does it go to?
Whatever you set it at. So it's got a regular...
Oh, so you kind of leave it at a...
You just leave it on something.
And then you...
Yeah, and then if you pull the retractable thing out...
Yeah.
It turns on. When you put it back, it turns off. Or if you wave your hand and then pull it out and then put it back, it turns off. Dude.
Wow, sounds like Friday night.
Yeah. No,
wave your hand and
it's
pull
awesome.
it out?
I got it on a killer sale. I wouldn't probably have bought it otherwise. I think it was like 65 or 70% off.
Yeah.
And man, it's awesome.
I really liked what Venus had picked out. You know, as someone that had been in food service before, I love like the large arched, like
the spring,
and get it out of your way, but like high pressure thing for washing dishes.
You could shoot people across the
hey fucker, you know,
Yep.
no problems. But then it gets up out of your way. There's tons of room to spray. And you know, we have a huge sink, so it's like
that's what she said.
Exactly. But this is like somewhere in between, and doesn't necessarily work with the sink that we bought, but it's one of those things where if I have resolved myself, it's like I don't have any fucks to fix that one. It's like so and now we're used to it. So it's like the door not opening 100%. Everyone in the house kind of like does like a shoulder shimmy just to make sure that they clear the thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, we don't actually grab the handle. We just kind of like bump it with our knee or an elbow or something, and then it like automatically opens, and then we just wait for a noob to try and like grab it as it opens or shuts.
Well, ours got to the point where it's like you could get it to open, but good luck getting it closed. Yeah, so oftentimes what would happen is it would just get pushed all the way open, and then it would stay there.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know my wife loves to have the screen closed because they're like the privacy screens or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But
so a heavy tint or one way?
Yeah, well, when the house was new, the back of the house is southern facing, so it's exposed to the sun all the time.
Yeah.
And so you get a heavy sun exposure inside the house, which really makes the house warm.
Oh, okay.
So we did those.
When it was new. I mean, you got those huge trees now. Is that still the case?
We didn't have trees then.
I know, but now.
Oh. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's still the same exposure, but we just get shade in parts of it. But so we did those screens on all the back windows, and that includes the screen door and behind the screen door on the other half of the sliding glass door.
Right.
But just that damn... the roller part of the screen door just seems like it's broken. It's always... I'm just waiting. I just fixed it today, and now I'm waiting for someone to break it. It's just gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you said that your son's already like Hercules, thinking it had the drag of prior, but now it doesn't.
Well, it's the closing, and I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll find. I mean, it will.
I mean, if he needs to get beat, just call me.
That's always the case. Oh, he needs it. He deserves it. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just was wondering, If
I think it's common. I think for me, it's a lot more of like things I haven't got to. I actually just reconsolidated like my 3 notepad things of daddy do shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, in finishing the fence,
Yeah.
I've now actually made a mess of lumber from the old fence in like the pad where it was like, I've cleaned off the RV pad and there's nothing here, and I could start really getting some attention to detail and cleaning this and maybe working on something out there and using it as a space. And then in replacing the fence, I have put used lumber and old fence pickets, and I have like this stack of pre-treated wood, which apparently our dump won't take anymore.
Really?
They won't take pre-treated lumber. So I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with that. If it has to specifically go to the hazmat section, but they will not take pre-treated lumber.
I guess the Google
there.
machine.
Yeah, I haven't really solved it, but now I kind of have like a pile left over from stuff.
Well, I mean, at the rate it's rotting.
Well,
just leave it
it's
out
really
there for a couple of years.
it's the pickets for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck, god damn it, what am I gonna do with that?
Yeah.
But now I have a pile where I'm like,
you just need the pickup.
Great. I just had a dumpster. Fuck. Which I probably couldn't even put the
dumpster went away just in time for you to make the fence.
Oh, so there's the story with the pickets, which isn't really, it's fence related, but not. So in the last couple.
Damn it.
I know, we were so close, and everyone was so close. They're like, he's not going to talk about fences anymore, right? Well, they started the show saying we missed 5 minutes.
Did you get a splinter on your wang from humping that thing, by the way?
It is so gorgeous. There is nothing like cedar splinters.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway. In my panic to get pickets and return the truck to my brother who needed it up at my dad's, I went when Home Depot finally had pickets and bought the remaining ones that I needed, returned the truck. I did it Monday or Tuesday Monday when I went to, I think, finish the fence.
Yeah.
The section that didn't get done.
Quite get done.
With the pickets that I had, I got my stacks and I started to do the thing, and I realized, I looked down at the bottom and I went, I'm like a foot short here.
Oh,
what the fuck is this?
The planks were too short.
The planks were too short.
Damn it.
They literally sell a 5.5-inch dog-eared cedar plank at 5 foot and 6 foot. And they had stocked it in the place where I had
previously
the
purchased.
week prior pulled out 6 foot 5.5-inch, 5.25-inch dog-eared pickets. And so I went blind. I'm like, yeah, I need fucking 35 of these. Picked them up, and then went to do the fucking natings.
No go.
And went, what the fuck is this? Like, is this all the... Oh, God, I have made a mistake. And so I ended up having to fold the seats down in the Explorer and gone and get another 35 fucking planks at the 6 foot length. Well, and I took my tape measure this time. I'm like, fucking you dirty...
You can return those.
Yeah.
You get money back.
But if you... I mean, they're here.
Well...
And you could just take them. They're good. They're seasoned.
But they're only 5 foot.
Well, I don't know how deep... You don't... How tall is your fence going to need to be? You could use those for your gate and short it or not.
I need 8 foot.
Yeah, I'd give you fucking 8 foot.
I'm doing a 9.5 foot fence.
Well, you are SOL. You need a planer, a joiner, and a huge ass lumber mill.
A whole lot of glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was my mistake in the fencing. So I have pickets if you need them.
I'll have to check. It's something I keep thinking about, and I've been watching videos about it. About making fences.
I actually...
Not really that difficult.
I made a tweet, I think, on Saturday.
You made a tweet?
Saturday or Sunday. I did the twittings.
In the
because
like, wood shop?
As I was tidying... No, it's the iPhones, the GBs, whatever the ones, the Androids.
I don't know what that is.
The fucking Huawei phones. I don't know.
Way over my head.
An app comes up, and I point, and someone says TikTok, and I'm good. And it was, I realized in working the last of the fence, I'm like, we've literally talked about the different iterations here, and I took a picture of each one, and I'm like, version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4.0. Like, fuck yeah, there you go.
At least are you checking it in on SVN? Like what revision of fence?
Yeah,
check in.
You know, a little GitHub action with my fence.
Yeah,
fence roots. Like, check this back in. Check it out. Fucking, this is Wednesday.
Hold on, I've got another section to build. Let me check my GitHub.
I'm like, yeah, man. I'm learning. Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
So I have a thing. Have you tried the Boba Teas?
I think I have it was a while ago.
So you have,
they're like the little balls.
Yeah,
right?
the tapioca balls.
Yeah.
So Kim's like a hashtag hi Kim, sister-in-law, is like a Boba Tea aficionado.
Oh.
So apparently there's a place in Davis that she swears by is like the best place around, and she commutes from up Nevada County all the way to Davis for work.
Right.
So she's tried apparently all the places local to us.
And they all blow?
Some do. There's some that are acceptable, but the best case scenario, she said, is someplace out of Davis. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. And when she gets here, she can
boba.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. Probably. And she had been trying to, like, hey, try it. She'd stop by to pick up stuff one day because we're kind of like her Amazon locker for her and my brother as they replace stuff from the fire and whatnot.
They don't deliver directly to the RV?
I think it's just more of a pain in the ass.
I'm kidding.
You know, fucking guy, man. The thing is, too, though, there's actually a locker there at Combi.
Uh-huh.
And I think she's tried to ask my brother, like, why aren't we using that? And I think he just prefers to have it here because no hillbilly is going to ransack a locker at Combi Circle K.
The lockers are cool, but most of the time what I found is that they're full. Like,
I was going to say, if you have a locker of like that size there at that Circle K right there at Combi, I'm like, you know, for all the country bumpkins off of Wolf, like, how could that thing actually not be full anyway? I'm like, I don't know.
I mean,
does it tell
you gotta
you
imagine
when you choose a locker if it is full?
Oh yeah.
Before you say put it in the locker.
Uh-huh.
Oh well, then
it says choose another
location.
Yeah, try this locker.
Huh.
And it may not be close to you.
Huh. Oh, anyway,
because there's one at the Safeway by the house, and like I've had stuff delivered to the locker like before
really?
work from home. Yeah. Before work from home, when stuff was going to get delivered to the house, and you weren't sure.
Something.
Try and get it delivered to the locker.
Yeah.
Most of the time, probably 95% of the time, it is full. Like you can't get in there. Sometimes the things that you want delivered to the locker are too big and they won't fit, so it's not an option. It's clever though, because you just walk up with your phone and go boop, and then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it opens right up.
I don't think I've used it because, you know, I never leave the house anyway.
True. I'm going to have stuff delivered here from now on, I think.
You could, and I'll drive it over. Oh, my God.
So you're the other end of...
I totally derailed from Boba Tea, but
you're the other end of Prime.
Remind me about delivery, and then we'll cover why I am the worst case scenario of delivery.
Okay.
So... she had been stopping by to pick up stuff, and she tried to convince us, like, go to Boba Tea. Here's a place that I recommend local. I think the Lolly Cup,
yeah.
Just over the way.
Yeah.
So I think we had one weekend followed her over there, and they weren't open or something. So we missed our opportunity.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, we missed our opportunity to be chaperoned by an aficionado.
A boba professional.
Yeah, so we're like, well, fuck. Well, we'll just keep putting this one off. Yeah. I ended up watching a GQ, like things,
the magazine.
GQ magazine. Okay. Things important to me. Whatever. They have like a series of like having famous athletes or actors or persons of interest do like a things important to me kind of segment. And it was Dan Levy, and he was talking about
that clever bastard.
Yeah, a couple of his things that came from Japan actually. But one of them was he said bubble tea. But what he meant was Boba Tea, because what happened was the GQ staff had then bought him 3 different types of bubble tea. And apparently bubble tea is not the tapioca balls. So he had tried these 3 different variants of bubble tea, and they popped in his mouth, and to watch a gay man gross out. I'm like, ew, David. I was rolling, because he's like, oh no, this isn't it. This isn't what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And then the GQ, I think producer or someone behind the camera was like, well, there's a difference between bubble tea and the boba teas. And he's like,
I didn't know.
So just to clarify, I like boba tea. I'm like, oh, okay. So I need to.
What is the difference?
I think it has to do with the balls.
I just wanted the answer.
And I'll be honest,
That's
the way
all.
it's the balls. The balls are different, which is, hey,
Yeah.
you have a preference, you go with what you know.
Yeah.
And the way the mechanics of how Kim had described how ordering bubble tea works, it's very daunting. It's like, fuck, because there's
more daunting than going to Starbucks.
Yes, there is a sweetness value. You can sweetness percentage, the type of balls, to a degree.
Smooth.
Smooth or bubbling or auto puncture or auto explode or tap you on the shoulder.
So,
explode.
It was a long time ago that I had one. I don't even really remember. Are they supposed to dissolve in the tea?
No, they don't.
You suck one down and pop it in your mouth? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And apparently, unless you're a bubble tea person, apparently they might just auto pop.
Oh.
But the
so
one
it's not a flavoring for the tea to get out of the...
I think they are flavored. I think they're soaked in something. I would not speak to what it is, but I think the tapioca balls themselves are actually soaked in something, and they have a flavoring that flavors the tea that you choose to put it in.
So a bubble tea is a vessel with liquid inside. The boba tea is a tapioca ball
that is
has
my
a flavor.
Understanding at a very basic level.
I wouldn't know the difference.
And it's a lot like a... like getting
maybe I had bubble tea.
I don't want to say jamba, but you can the teas, you can configure it in a fucking million different ways, and then you add the balls.
That sounds like Tivana. Did you ever go in there?
No.
You could
it's a myriad of solutions to solve a I just want a thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, Venus ended up going over with Piper, I think, to go get one, and both of them got deer in the headlights when the guy just kind of forced a couple of things. So she ended up with a black tea one, but it was way oversweet for me. And a coffee flavored one, both with tapioca balls, and I enjoyed it, but it was very, very sweet.
Are they all sweet like that?
Kim has led me to believe you can tone or increase the sweetness. I would probably have the coffee one that I had is right at my limit
for sweetness.
And I say that as someone that has even toned down. I used to get my Starbucks thing was a 4-shot venti caramel macchiato, and the amount of pumps that they would put into that thing was diabetes status. I've had that dialed down to a half sweet because I've palated out of that. I can't.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
These were probably at that limit of the my original Starbucks order. It was I stomached it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like an iced coffee with the tapioca balls. I like tapioca pudding.
I love tapioca.
It wasn't shocking or obscene to be, it wasn't like I was sucking it through the straw and something hit the back of my throat and I went into a panic attack or something. So, why am I on my knees all of a sudden? This is so weird. Whoa. No,
I need to clear my throat.
Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'll go back. But again, I would probably wait for Kim because I would like to have someone that, like, I would not like to be arm twisted into, you want 50% sugar? I'm like, no, fucking 20, 25. Like, dial that shit down.
When Melly was in the dorm at school, her roommate she worked for some Boba Tea place.
Yeah.
But
I like it.
I don't know.
I don't know if I would,
it.
Because my fear was, like, as someone who's, like, fish and whatnot, like salmon eggs and, like,
yeah.
Like, I was afraid it would be, like, I didn't know what the pudding was going to do when you chewed the ball. And so that was my original apprehension. Like, is this going to be like a date night at Badlands or
Rocky
something?
Mountain oysters in your drink.
Yeah, I'm just all of a sudden going to find myself like, hey, like gagging. Like, I don't know. No, it was pleasant. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every second of it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I love tapioca pudding, period.
Yeah.
I think I ate some yesterday.
Good man.
It's great. I don't like the Cozy Shack brand necessarily. Because their tapioca balls are ginormous.
Oh.
In the pudding's just not the right texture for me.
Yeah. I like those. I like the little nibbling. Like,
yeah. But their tapioca balls are just too big.
So, yeah.
They're just a little too big.
Too much, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the pudding.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Hey.
in my tea, I could probably deal with it.
Tap me on the back of the head. Just make sure it's under $10.
I actually have something I want to talk about.
Okay. Don't let me forget about the delivery.
I won't.
Okay, go.
We've talked about air fryers in the past.
Yes.
So part of that was I went and bought a new one because we had
it's like
one that
air
got broken.
fryers and fences with us.
Yeah. I just have something to say.
Okay.
This will be quick.
Okay.
Had a problem with the new air fryer. Shanna dropped it, broke the handle.
Mm-hmm.
I contacted Instapot or Insta Brands.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, was looking on the website, can't find any parts. I just need a handle. I
Right.
just want to replace the handle. They said, we don't have any parts available at the moment. We'll let you know when we do, and we'll send you out a replacement. Hey, cool. Okay. Don't hear anything for a while. Oh, and I think I had mentioned. By the way, I love this thing. Talk about it on this podcast that I do.
Oh yeah.
And mention the show. Don't hear anything for a while. Get an email back a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're going to go ahead and send you out a new Instapot to replace your Instapot.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
They sent you a whole.
And I'm like, oh, and by the way, we very much enjoyed your show. And we liked your music, and I mean all this stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah, so if you're responsible for all of our increased downloads because you're an Instapot representative, thank you for downloading.
Yeah, so I was like, we don't need a replacement Instapot. We could just do with the handle,
right?
But I'll leave that to your discretion. She just replied and said, "You're getting a new Instapot," basically.
Oh, I missed that part.
Couple days later. Instapot shows up at the house.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. So that was awesome. I wanted to say thank you. They are a pleasure to work with. I couldn't be happier with their customer service. Insta Brands, thank you very much. Tell a friend about the show if you guys liked it. That's all I have to say.
We have 3. I think they had even pointed out in that mail that they realized that I had 2 Instapots. And they mentioned that they make a lid. Well, I think because I had told it to Kim.
Yeah, they make a
They
lid.
make a air fryer lid for the Instapot, and they had offered to send your friend co-host Dad.
Yeah.
That we offer a lid for them. I'm like, fucking.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm good. I got 3 devices and the big air fryer. I'm good.
I already got 2 full Instapots and a fryer.
Yeah, but if you want to send, hey, we'll start sending out codes.
Yeah. So all I have to say about that is, like I said, very easy to deal with, very nice, very professional. I couldn't ask for a better resolution to the issue. I mean, I didn't need a new air fryer.
Right.
I just needed the handle.
And if we were to talk about some of the details of the mail, like they got they made a nice quip about they enjoyed the intro.
Yeah. Funky music.
Funky music. But they had at least made another thing where they realized that you had a co-host.
Right.
So who knows how long into the show they'd actually listened. But they went above and beyond to make an understanding. Like, they at least listened to the intro to some capacity and to the part where you had a co-host.
Yeah.
I can appreciate. That's awesome.
Yeah.
As far as customer service goes, it's like, hey, I'm not looking for free shit. I'm looking to solve a problem that I have, and they went above and beyond.
Yeah, and it wasn't my. I'm not digging for free stuff. I'm just like, hey, we use this thing all the time. I talk about it on my show.
Yeah.
I mean, we use literally this thing gets used daily.
I think it's important for context that they knew, you aren't looking for free shit.
Yeah.
Like, I actually enjoy this. I talk about this.
I'm looking to buy the replacement part.
Yeah.
I just want to fix the handle.
I can't make my fucking nuggies.
We don't have any handles, and it's like, it sort of got left there. We don't have any handles, but send me your info and we'll let you know when we do. And it sort of like grew a little bit of legs, probably just because of the mention of the show. That wasn't my intent. It just happened. To be the way it happened. But awesome. Thank you guys so much. Insta Brands, Instant Pot, the Vortex air fryers. Those things are awesome, and I appreciate it. And I know.
Yeah, and I appreciate mine.
Yeah,
they're good stuff.
Yeah.
It's
as
good
far
to
as
tinker with.
As far as appliances go, they're top notch, I think.
And when I've been, using the Instapot a lot more to make, I'm trying to tidy up my diet, and I'm using it to make a lot of like brown rice lately. So it's getting mileage like as a rice cooker easy.
Right.
Like, so they're real convenient.
Yeah.
Does it save a lot of time? No, I don't think so, but it's a lot of like out of sight, out of mind, especially when I'm thinking about something like rice where I'm going to have to watch it in a saucepan. I'm like meticulous, pay attention to that.
Yeah. You're going to get the thing right.
It's convenient for me. So,
good on them. That's all I got to say. Thank you very much. We can move on to
delivery.
Yeah, because I almost forgot I wanted to say that.
So like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, you had approached me with hey, I have this hard drive that tanked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, I forgot about it.
There's a reason why you forgot, and that's because Anyway, so I ended up with a couple cycles. So you had a hard drive that died.
Yeah.
That the understanding was the small motherboard on the controller board on the drive itself was likely the culprit of the problem, and that you could swap that out with a replacement, but you do have to transfer the BIOS chip on the controller board to the new donor board,
which is a surface mount chip.
And you're like, hey, can you do
solder.
this?
Yeah, I don't solder.
I said, I have some stuff, but I hadn't done it in quite a while.
Yeah.
But I had all the tools to do it. But it had sat probably in my possession probably for a week and change.
Well, I dropped it off with like the premise of I don't care. I don't. First of all, I don't even know when the last time this thing was working, but I know there was some stuff on it. I just don't know what.
Yeah. Okay.
And if we can get it back, great. If not, I don't know what's on it.
Yeah.
Kind of a
thing.
There
you go. Yeah. So it had sat for a while. I think last weekend, or maybe midweek last week after the show, I think, I ended up with a couple cycles where I'm like, all right, I'll get this out of the way.
Wait a second. You were working on that instead of working on the new thing?
What?
The new thing.
What's the new thing?
Didn't you get a new printer?
Yes, because I knew I could knock out the Surface.
Oh.
I have not put the printer. It's like a couple hours.
See, you should have been doing that instead.
It would have just still been in a box in a place, because now I got fucking calculus again, trigonometry. So
anyway. Let me know if you need me to come by to put that together for you.
Yeah. So I'm tackling. I get it done in like under an hour, and I send you the thing saying, "Hey, this is done." So I wrap it up. I put the existing board, the failed board, in the static bag, and the BIOS that I pulled off in the same bag, and then I wrap the hard drive in foil.
The replacement BIOS.
And wrap the whole thing in foil. I'm like, the next time I head out that way, I'll just drop it off at your porch. Now, this was somewhere after last week's show, but before the weekend. And I have had that thing sitting. When I went out for something, I took it and told Venus, like, all right, I'm going to stop by. I'm going to drop this off at Jim's. Went to Lowe's, drove past your house, totally forgot
Zero
about
fucks.
it. Totally forgot about it. Didn't even realize it. But then, it was when I had the Explorer full of lumber. And then
Were you stacking lumber on top of the hard disk?
Yeah, I'm like, well, fucking the BIOS is good.
Yeah,
that's a solid
I
connection.
did my job.
That's awesome.
Right. Yeah.
This will be fine. I'm unstacking and pulling lumber out, and I realize, oh, fuck, I forgot to drop that off. So then I bring it in the house. And then Sunday, I have to go up and do the RV. So I take the hard drive out, I put it in the Focus, and I drive up the hill. And I'm going to drop it off at Jim's on my way back down the hill on Sunday. Drive right past your house.
Nope.
I fucking forget. Like, I can't believe fucking whatever. And so Venus, I think I had brought it in and left it on the kitchen counter. She's like, I thought you dropped this off like the other day. And I went, well, I fucking keep forgetting.
I mean,
I'm terrible at this. I would be the worst Amazon driver on the planet.
The thing of it is like, you don't have to drop it off at the house.
But I'm like, I go right past your house.
I could have just waited until the next show.
Right.
Or just come and picked it up myself.
So Monday, I had to do something where I had to leave the fucking house on Monday. I'm like, I grabbed it and I went, because I had also put it next to, I have another set of Hot Ones sauces that I have duplicates of, or it might be too hot for me. So I'm like, I have hot sauce and the fucking hard drive. Hot sauces and hard drives. Hot sauces and hard drives. And when I left the house fucking Monday, I had the hot sauces and the hard drive in the passenger seat of the Focus. Drove right past your house. Drove right past your house.
I can only imagine this is what happens
got back to my driveway.
with UPS when they can't deliver a package.
Back to my driveway, bag of groceries out of the passenger seat, uncover the hot sauce. I'm like, motherfucker, I forgot this shit again. I cannot believe this shit. And so now it's sitting somewhere here in the garage. But I left it out here because I'm like,
somewhere in the garage.
Yeah, I had resolved that there was no possible way known to man that I was going to remember to drive this to your fucking doorstep. So I'm like, here's what I'm relegated to. I'm relegated to leaving this in a common space where I know you have to walk into to fucking get it, so that I can no longer be responsible to deliver it to you, because I am fucking clearly incapable.
Well, I think here's my opinion. Okay, I think if you had like sent me a message, hey, coming by with your hard drive,
I would have forgot it. Fuck it. I'm being honest.
You probably would have remembered, but because you were just like, I'll just drop it off.
I wish you'd said like, it's got some important pictures of Shan.
I figured if I had said that, you
on it. I would have been like, oh, I gotta make sure I get this back to him right now.
No. You would have been like copying all the contents off to examine it later.
For Shan, I'll do anything
Making
for Shan.
a disc image out of it. Did you even try it?
No.
Oh, you haven't tried it?
No. Oh. I don't have like an open chassis. No. Like literally the moment I start opening up a case, I start then going to like Newegg and looking at new PC parts, and I don't want that kind of hassle right now.
I got you.
I'm like, I can't do that. I don't want to, because then that starts to get away from me.
Well, I mean, honestly, like I said,
so for fuck's sake, if you leave here and forget it, I will chase you down before I go to sleep tonight. And I won't leave it on your doorstep.
I mean, I don't see it out here.
It's like,
did you forget it in the other room?
In this region.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I dropped it off here at the show. I would have just picked it up at the show, or if it was super important, I would have been like, I'll come get it.
The amount of times that I like used the leaving as an escape, all of the times, like fucking, I could just stop by and say hi to Jim and like, and I could walk in front of his doorstep with no pants like Will and Fun Will, and like, ha ha ha, here's your hard drive, and check out this hard drive. Wah. And I missed every single fucking one of those opportunities. Just
that's funny.
The hot sauces, I can't remember what I put in there. We just got just to move along from the hot sauce. We got
is it a hard sauce or a hot drive?
Yeah, that that one. Well, the new one is not hot at all. It's a garlic peppercini.
Oh, that sounds good.
Very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but like on my Togo sandwiches or Subway sandwiches or even like a Rayleigh's Safeway like deli sandwich that they make like right there in front of you, I love pepperoncinis. Like I love extra pepperoncinis. I'm not really a jalapeno guy. Pepperoncinis on a sandwich seem to be my like you're right there, but give me a lot of them, especially like the pickled ones. Not necessarily. Anyway, this sauce is. I had opened it and get a finger, and it was instantly sweet. I didn't really taste a lot of the garlic, but this is amazing.
Yeah.
And we were doing street tacos that same night. I think this was Monday. And I told Venus, I'm like, I could steal your tacos right now, put this on there, and I would not be worried that you would hate me in 15 seconds after you bit into a taco. I'm like, this is that good. Walked it over, told her, seriously, try it. And this is a hot sauce is too much credit. It is a low, maybe mild. There is very little temperature to this. But it's a good taco sauce.
Yeah.
Or like a scrambled eggs omelet kind of thing. 'Cause it's sweet, but the pepperoncinis give it like like a pepper taste.
Yeah.
It's really it's amazing. And Venus was like, it was one of the first sauces that we've got from them. There's been a couple that she likes, but they're also like they've got some heat on it. Well, she'll tolerate, and if she's feeling frisky, she'll put it on something. But for the most part, she doesn't really fuck around.
She doesn't want
to find out.
I think I figured out what it is. Because when you have hot sauce, you're committing to the heat. And if you don't like the heat, but the flavor's okay, if you don't care for the heat, now it's something that you have to deal with.
Right. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The heat sometimes is just too much.
Yeah.
It's like I love hot food. I eat hot food all the time. There's times where it's like, I want to eat this taco and I want a flavor on it. I just don't want to deal with the heat right now. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
And I think probably by in part, that's a lot of her perspective.
Yeah.
It's like if it's something that I can get an enhanced flavor on the thing that already has its own flavors, I'm down.
Yeah.
But I don't want to deal with the heat. I'm probably not as close to you as far as heat, but I appreciate most of the sauces that have come through the hot ones loot box.
Right.
I'll try most of them.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of them that are pretty hot that I enjoy because the flavor that they add is so interesting and good that like dealing with the heat is
okay.
worth it
because
it's like, oh, this is amazing on this way.
Right.
This garlic peppercini sauce has nothing to deal with. It's just like a good flavor. Add. To seriously see Venus like, I like this one. Where can we buy more of this one?
Yeah.
I would say even Tabasco is probably hotter than this thing. Like the number one sauce on the show is probably hotter than this thing. But what it adds in flavor is outstanding.
Right.
Like, man. And I don't know. I mean, I put it on I made a breakfast burrito this morning, and I literally, I'm going to hate that I'm not going to have enough of this to last me the week. We will polish that bottle off by the end of this short month. Easy. It's that good.
We go through the Hot Ones Classic quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's my daughter's favorite. I can't keep that in stock in the house enough.
They're really good. That shop that they get their stuff from it's really good.
Well, what's funny to me is the classic's always we always try to have it in the house.
Mm-hmm.
It goes empty and will be gone for a couple of weeks, but I'll end up ordering some.
Right.
But we also have the Last Dab.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Shit.
Well, Shanna was making something for Melanie for breakfast one day, and grabbed what she thought was the Hot Ones Classic.
Here we go.
And just she Last Dabbed the shit out of it and just torched Melanie. But man, she was a champ. She just ate it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh. I was impressed for how much hot sauce was on there. That stuff's hot, man.
Yeah, Last Dab. Although, I've had
Hotter. Oh, yeah.
Last Dab is one of those ones.
It's hot.
To be perfectly honest.
But it's really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, no smoke up your skirt kind of thing. It is hot. Mm-hmm. It is, if you are not a hot sauce, hot liking person, it's not for you.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy hot sauce and you enjoy the flavor part that we've talked about already up to this point, it is honestly a good sauce. It is a really good sauce, but it'll make you think twice about dumping.
Yeah. The one that I think I got from you that we ended up ordering more of was that Oakland, California raisin one.
Oh, did you buy another bottle?
Oh, yeah. That stuff, that in the classic, my gosh, that California raisin one is delicious.
The same, because I think I told you, I have another bottle of the same company, but the one I have is peach, and it is, the coloring isn't pleasant to look at. Uh-huh. It's kind of like a gray-ish, it's not pretty.
Yeah.
But peaches.
Yeah.
And the heat, it's like right on that line of like a little hotter. It's hot.
Yeah.
But it's really sweet, and you could taste the peaches. I'm like, fuck, damn. It's really good. And I was glad that you had said something about the one that you had.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I have the peach one.
Yeah.
It's like the same kind of label. I'll try that. And yeah, it's good too.
Their flavor profiles are incredible.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the Hot Ones guys are doing with how they're coming up with the flavoring of these sauces, because they are just blowing doors.
They all outsource it to that Heatonist shop that's there in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
They do all. So that guy,
they come up with the recipes though. There's someone that's
yeah.
It's impressive, very impressive.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't a hot sauce guy before.
Uh-huh.
I had bought into the little sauce crate that they do strictly as like a thing to like support the show, because I appreciate the show as like content creators, what Sean Evans does and the producers do as far as the interviews and the time and the concept. I'm like, I'll give back. I'll give them my money because I appreciate everything and the effort that they do. And that has slowly, over, I don't know, probably the length of time we've been doing this show.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a convert to hot sauces, where I'll participate in putting something just to try it and see, because it's something that, by and large, I'm like, I don't want to deal with hot either.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's times where it's times where it's like, I want that heat. It's great. But there's other times where it's like, I want flavor. I don't want the heat. I don't want to deal with the heat right now.
Yeah.
And if you ever go to hedonist.com, hedonist.com.
Yeah, not hedonist.
No.
That's a different place, baby.
H-E-A-T, hedonist.com. They have some pretty insane hot sauces, and their evaluations of the sauces are fairly spot on about whether or not they're hot or what the flavor profile is and stuff like that. You can find all kinds of great sauces up there.
Yeah.
If you're into sauce, or if you want to try some stuff, it's a great place to try them, because they have good sauces.
Yeah. Because it's the amount of times that I would be at like a Nugget or like I would say like a boutique market, and you see like the wall or a segment of a shelf that's dedicated to like light your asshole on fire kind of sauces, and you're like, bitch, please. You're like, I don't got time for that.
Right.
To be able to see reviews and kind of like pick your scale of pain that you're looking for, or no pain at all. It kind of depends on where you're at. To be able to see some of that stuff online and not be like looking at bottles with like brain pans and zombies and fucking napalm, whatever.
The atomic bombs and horses with hooves.
We had just watched Dan Levy do his. He had just recently done his. Hot Ones.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
And Venus was the one fucking watching. I totally didn't miss that he had done it. And he gets to like the bomb, and it
torches him.
Oh, he's like, oh God.
I'm going to have to watch it.
It's funny. And a lot of his questions and stuff are like Sean Evans. I'm like, God damn. I enjoy listening to Dan and Sean talk about Schitt's Creek and all other stuff.
The way that he comes up with his interview questions is fascinating. They do
amazing amount of research.
Yeah, a lot of research, and they're very thoughtful questions. Really impressive. And then it's mixed in with some media stuff like, here's a deep dive of your Instagram pictures kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good stuff. They do a good job.
Speaking of Dan, so I think of the last show when I talked about like the wardrobe that they put into, like they're all legit Uber designers, like $300 hoodies and shit like that. So touching back to the GQ thing, one of his things was a pair of Armani slacks, and that it was that you could wear them business and pleasure. They look well enough to do both kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, fucking how much are these pants?
Oh, no.
And they're like $600 pressing $700 pants.
Okay.
So my question to you would be, A, have you ever owned a pair of pants that are like that expensive?
No.
So B, the other side of that question would be, what do you think is in a pair of pants that would put them at a price point of almost $700 that would make them better than a really comfortable set of pants at $70?
I mean, doesn't it? I always just thought it boiled down to the label.
Do you think? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have owned like a really good pair of like a business suit.
Yeah.
Nothing too higher tier than like a Men's Warehouse. I think when I was in Charlotte, I had a tailor-made a suit done. I couldn't tell you the brand. There was a whole measurements thing involved. They felt good. They were sized specifically to me, but the suit in total with like a couple shirts, I walked out at like $600. Now, I was in North Carolina at the time, so perhaps the location and market was driving down cost. Entirely possible. But those pants felt really good. They're really comfortable. They fit nice. I could not see
a pair of pants
only costing me more than an entire suit and probably 3 days worth of business shirts and ties. Like, what's in the pants? What's in those pants?
I always assume that the reason why those pants are the price points that they're at is because of the designer and the semi-exclusivity of
the pants.
The pants themselves, like they're not Kohl's like selling shitloads of this stuff, right?
Right.
It's very low volume, so in order for them to make money, they have to sell at a higher price. Now,
but I'm like, is there that much market?
What quality things are built into those pants that make them far and away a higher price than other pair of pants? I don't know.
Like I almost have like this morality compass thing that starts going out of whack when I realize the kind of income strata that's like, well, these aren't necessarily better quality, but I have this amount of money to burn for $700 on pants, and they say Armani somewhere.
Right.
I'll be like, when does that get checked for these are just better pants? Like, I almost want to, like, someone explain to me, please, what is $700 pants over a really good pair of tailor-made, maybe $100 pants? Like, is there an answer? Or is it really prestige, label, and limited edition-ish?
I think that's what it is. I think it's limited edition, label, and probably maybe the material.
Because I know some of the sweaters that I looked up that he wears on the show are out of stock. So I could get that it's not like a Quicksilver or something, or a Vans or whatever,
right?
Where they're
I'm trying to think
they're
of,
screen printing something.
Yeah.
He had like this really cool one with like wings on the shoulders. The sequined lover hoodie.
Yeah.
Some of the ones that looked like it was like a small piece of tan fabric taped to a robe. I'm like,
yeah.
You lost me on that one, but the fucking lover hoodie, like, I would do $300 if I come out,
Yeah.
But it's like, is it that they made 100 of those and it's got someone's famous name stacked to them, and so that's why there's an exclusivity? I could see that.
I think that's part of it.
But it's like, damn, I would love to.
I mean, shoes
Here's
kind
the
of do the
polar
same
opposite
thing,
to
right?
that. Did you see the movie Knives Out?
No.
It had Daniel Craig. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was a murder mystery. Oh my God. Daniel Craig, a number of really good supporting actors, and it had Chris Evans in it, so Captain America.
Okay.
He wears this wool knit sweater that he's a fucking specimen. Let's just be honest with that. So, and it's kind of tattered. It's like a fisherman's knit wool sweater. It looks super comfortable. And you can get that one, but it is like $100-something. But the material, that's like Irish wool or something. So it's like, I can get, it's like something. And because I think it came from like a small, not well-known manufacturer, it was like, yeah, we sold out. We can't get these anymore. It's like, but if, when we make more, we'll continue to sell them.
Right.
It's like, I think that's the other end. It's like, that looks comfortable. It's a knit thing. In any other scenario outside of fucking Chris Evans wearing it and people, women and men alike wanting to like get off inside something that Chris Evans had worn, or to see what the big deal was, it would be in stock and middle class-ish people could afford it. But now but they're not $700 Armani pants.
Have you ever done the like sort of LA shopping experience before?
No.
At some of these boutique places? No. It's a different thing altogether.
Like, I've seen it on Pretty Woman.
I'll just give, this is an example. This isn't really high fashion. It's the Diamond Supply Company. So when Chandler was in like middle school or early high school and stuff, he wore a lot of diamond stuff.
Okay.
So we would get stuff for him all the time. But the exclusive stuff came from a diamond store, so you would have to go to the diamond store.
Okay.
One of the diamond stores was in L.A. on Fairfax. And they had actual Fairfax, like, diamond stuff. So they just have some exclusive things at the store. But the shopping experience is what's interesting. And you don't just go in and buy stuff off the rack and take it to the counter. You tell the guy, I want that shirt in this size, and he goes to the back and brings it out in a plastic bag, and then you pay for it at the register.
Oh.
It's a different thing.
Okay.
It's not like going to Kohl's or
and you get to go in the
Macy's
closet and try on like 15 things.
No.
You know what you want.
You go in and they have stuff out, but you don't take it off the rack to the thing and buy it and they put it in a bag. You just tell the guy, I want a large or an extra large or whatever it is of one of these, and he goes, oh, okay, and then he'll disappear in the back, and he'll either emerge with the thing because they have it in stock in the back, or they'll say, we don't have any of those. And that is interesting, and that's just Diamond Supply Company. This is like all kind of like, I don't want to say hoity-toity, but sort of high fashion type places. This is just a diamond like skateboard shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's fascinating, and it's different from what we're normally accustomed to as consumers.
So we were at we went, I think this was middle to late last week. It might have been Saturday evening because Piper was out, and so we decided it must have been middle of the week. That's not true. Middle of the week, we decided, let's get Shake Shack. So, which required Venus and I to mask up and go order it over at the mall.
You mean you didn't just use the app?
I think she ordered it on the app, but then we went.
You have to go pick it
up. So it's the first time I'd actually been in the mall
since
the pandemic. So we're almost pressing a year since I had been in the mall.
Yeah.
Even the mall parking lot. It's just a non-thing for us.
It's a non-go.
She had been there to pick up Shake Shack prior, so she has, but for me, hadn't been there.
Send her into the wolf's den.
So this whole like premium luxury clothing thing, it's something I'd been kicking around. So I'm walking in the mall, and most of the stores are open to a capacity or have the lights on. So we're waiting, killing time for our Shake Shack order. And I'm like, is there a store in here that would carry the kind of wardrobe apparel from the show, like a premium uber luxury $700 Armani pants kind of thing? And Venus is like,
I think directly downstairs from the food court is a bunch of,
I can't remember the name,
high-end
Burberry.
Yeah, there's a couple of real high-end places.
So we walked over to the directory, and she's like looking at it. She's like, no, I think we're just white trash mall kind of thing. And then she did say, I think there's a Burberry, or started with the G, can't remember what it was, as we walked
back. There a Gucci store down there or something? I don't know.
Oh. But so we walked back, and then we looked over the railing and see the Burberry, and we're like, oh, well, probably. And I don't think we saw, there were purses and shit in the windows, display cases.
Right.
So I couldn't see anything. But I'm legitimately curious to what's in it? Can I touch a pair of $700 pants? Like, is it gonna fucking just pop a chub on instant? Like, no, this is worth it.
No, the alarm goes off.
The alarm goes off. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir.
I can tell.
And you will be paying for that?
I can just tell.
That's a 32 waist and a 32 long, sir. I'm like, well, fucking, that ain't gonna fit me.
Yeah, and also, in addition to the pants, it's commission.
Yeah.
It's a percentage.
So handy in the back. And your plastic. Fuck.
Yeah.
I haven't had that happen since the last time I was at Badlands.
Yeah.
What?
That's
anyway.
It's not an experience that we're accustomed to typically. You know what I mean?
Is that curious to you though? It almost seems like another world to me. But I am curious to know about the materials that go into something. It's almost like a how it's made thing. Like, I want to see like a TLC or History Channel how it's made of a $700 pair of pants to be like, oh, it is exactly as what you would think it is. It is a premium label with semi-premium perhaps components, maybe, but there's nothing in those pants that if you took the label off and threw Levi or something else on there, that it would be a really good pair of slacks for $120.
I mean, unless it's like super handmade, someone's like making this pair of pants from beginning to end on their own.
Right, like
you know what I mean?
Like a Nissan GTR engine. I'd be like, worth it. Absolutely.
Or an AMG motor.
Or if it's like, these are American pants, and these are, we're paying this premium because Americans are stupid and capitalist, and
well, I mean,
you're paying a high price because
the other side of that is like the sweatshop in Thailand that just cranks out the clothes, right?
Right.
It's like you can go get at Walmart or Target.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I mean, they're made to be semi-exclusive. They're not high quantity run clothes for a reason.
I get that.
Yeah. I think that's.
But there's like science part of me that legitimately wants to know.
It's Armani.
Is there something in that rayon cotton blend
that tugs on your nuts?
Yeah, that's just going to make you like, well, fuck, this was worth every fucking penny.
Oh, that's in the right places.
Yeah,
I can feel
I'm sorry about that book you needed for college, but Daddy's got blowjob pants.
I think they might be. The thing of it is part of the reason why they're expensive is because they have batteries in them. Just to do the things that. Yeah.
So anyway, welcome to the Sad Dads Club podcast. I'm the Lord Foo, and I'm about to nut.
Exactly.
And he's Jim.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I just have Levi's.
Yeah.
So.
And he's going to be tight and just balled up like in a hot mess.
Yeah.
Word time.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? These AA's are about to run out.
I don't know. That's what I
have to go, son. Recharge the batteries.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, I mean, there's only a couple things I think we have left to say.
You have to wash your hands.
You got to wash your ass.
Return the cart.
And I don't remember. What?
Mask.
Ass. Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
And do the kindness.
And do the kindness. Hey,
yeah.
So return. You know what the real crucible of return the cart is?
What?
Because there's a difference. Returning your Home Depot cart.
Oh.
That's tier above.
Returning the Home Depot like flatbed or
fucking flatbeds.
The wood thing?
Yeah, the flatbeds.
Yeah.
Because that's I honestly got there in all of the fence work stuff. Because I like to park away because I don't trust hillbillies in their trucks or weekend warriors in their SUVs with the rental trailers. Like not even a little bit.
You're parking at the parking lot.
I
next
park
to the
at the farthest spot possible. Fucking, I do not want to deal with.
Just don't go park at Winco, okay?
Yeah,
that's the even worse.
That's the bridge too far. I trust some people, but it's the farthest part of the parking lot.
Yeah,
and after unloading 50 to 60 pickets,
didn't want to return that thing.
I'm looking at the cart and I'm like, I literally end my show saying return the cart.
Damn it.
I schlepped that fucking flatbed all the way back up to the entrance, and I feel good about it.
You should have just pushed it home with the Explorer.
Yeah, I'll be on, or just fucking tie it, bungee it to the trailer hitch or something. And be like, well, if I never leave it, then I don't have to return it.
I'll return it when I come back.
I have to come back and retain these fucking 5-foot pickets for 6 ones anyway. And then I've returned the cart.
The thing of it is you'll have to go
then I'll need the cart again.
And then go get one.
Yeah.
And then come back and fill it up.
So if you are a person that even when you're at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever thing where you're loading up not a shopping cart, but the heavy-duty cart, and you actually return that one, good on you, gold stars. I cannot let myself not do it because I realize I say it on the fucking show every week. Like, I'm a good person.
Yeah.
I'm a good person.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.